Welcome to our first in our feedback series of videos where we're going to be taking a look at this concept of live marking. So first question I really have for you is, when do you mark? And I'm pretty sure the answer to that question is at some point that the kids are all well away from you, so you've got a PPA time, maybe an evening, break time, weekend, morning, whenever it is you mark. And you sit there in a nice quiet room with your pile of books and away you go. Now, the question is, why do we do that? And I know some of you are probably sitting there thinking, well, because we've got to have written feedback in the book every 10 lessons. And yes, we do. But is that the only time that we should be actually undertaking the marking? Is that the best time to actually do this marking? Is that the only way to do this? And I'd like to propose that there is a different way that we could approach our marking from time to time. And this isn't something that we can just whole scale replace our current marking system with, because it won't always work for you in your subject. But there is this concept called live marking. Now, I've seen some people around the school that do this absolutely fantastically. Up in Creative, for example, amazing work goes on in this very clear way. Now, in terms of live marking, what we're referring to is when those students are actually working on a task, then what you're going to do is you're going to call them up one at a time and basically do almost like a one-to-one feedback session with them. So this allows you to basically look at their work. And so where I've seen it up in those photography lessons, then the portfolio comes up, then the teacher's looking through, having a look at the work that's in there, looking to see what's missing, looking to see the detail that's included. And there's this dialogue going on between the teacher and the student at that time. They're getting that positive feedback on the good stuff, and they're also being given those points that they need to now move on and improve. So they've got that really valuable one-to-one time with their teacher, and it's only a few minutes with each of those students. And what we can then do is that can be done over a series of lessons so that everyone gets that meaningful feedback. Now, because that is going to take a series of lessons to see everyone, it works best when you have that situation where they're doing an extended piece of work. So they are doing a project, a bit of coursework, something on their portfolio, an extended essay, for example. Anything like this is going to allow that opportunity. And when we're calling those students up, I wouldn't suggest you start at the top of the register and work your way down. Think about the order you're doing it. Is there a student that you're looking at and thinking, pretty sure you don't have a clue what you're doing in this room right now? Get them up first. If there's someone in there you're looking at and thinking, no, you're really working hard on something a minute, you are in the zone, then probably don't call them up at that exact moment in time. Go to someone else. So think about the students that you're going to see first and who can actually wait a little bit longer. That's not to say that that's the only approach to live marking. The other way you can do this, and some people are great at this, is that they always have a pen in hand or pocket, so that as those students are doing a task, whatever it may be, they're moving around with that pen. And some maths teachers have done this very well. So what they're going to actually do is, as they're moving around, they're going to be doing marking in those students' books. They're getting that instant feedback. And if you pick up on a student that's doing something very wrong, you can actually give them a new question to have a go at right there, write it in their book, job done. One way you can actually extend on that a little bit is to actually designate a certain number of students, pick them beforehand that you are going to visit, and then you can literally go to those students when they're working, have a look through their past little bit of work or their past couple of lessons, look to see what they've done well, where they need to improve, and then you can write a specific question for that student in their book to have a go at. Personal feedback written in their book during the lesson, not sitting there for a couple of hours with a big stack of books doing it over and over again. Potentially a different approach to try. So final thing from me today then is to give you an opportunity. Now, I know that we all are very busy people, and therefore sometimes a little bit of an incentive to get us to do something goes a long way. So my incentive to get more people to engage with our little teaching and learning videos is the opportunity for your department to win some goodies. Now, in the grand scheme of goodies, we're talking basically, the cakes, the biscuits, that sort of thing. So what I would like you to do is every time you watch one of my teaching and learning videos, then post your staff code in the comments section below. Now, what that means is that each term I'm going to have a little list of all of those people who've watched my videos, and then we're going to randomly select one of those names, and that department will be the lucky winner of the goodies. And because obviously I know different people like different things in their departments, I'll even let you put a suggestion in your comment of what your goodie may be. Now don't get carried away, clearly we're not having technology prizes, houses, cars, anything like that, you know, not made of money here folks, but cakes, biscuits, box of chocolates, that sort of thing, fine. Give me your suggestions, I'll see what I can do, not promising, does depend what's on special in the supermarkets at the time as well, not gonna lie. So every time you watch the video, your staff code, and if you have a preference, put that in your comment as well. That will not be posted to all of YouTube. All the comments are held securely for me to review first, so don't worry, it's not going on to YouTube. It just means I've got a little list of who's actually commented. If you watch the video and comment, brilliant. If everyone in your department watches the video and comments, increasing the odds of winning. So once you've watched and commented, prod the others in your department to do the same. The more people who watch, the more chance you have of winning the goodies each term. So enjoy watching. Don't forget each week to comment on our little video with your staff code, and we will see who the lucky winners in our first term will be.